Hello there and welcome to another episode of Planetary Annihilation Titans with me, Dan. This is a 1v1 ranked series 2 of my Going for Gold. This is episode 10. Now, this is a slightly different video to normal because this was a game I played and I didn't record. It was the last game I played and I actually really enjoyed this game, and actually I think I learnt a lot from it too. It's a Miko, this chap, is upper silver, so I think they're 3 silver. And I just wanted to share it with you really. So I started with bots as usual, but actually completely messed up my build order. I went with a dox rather than a fabricator. I would normally go for a fabricator at this point. So yeah, that wasn't ideal. And then I get fabricator out. And then I go into air and I get commander queued with vehicles next. Power vehicles, power vehicles. And this fabricator can then start doing this. And I believe I join it with this guy. Yeah, I do, yeah. I also messed up getting units out because in my panic of trying to get the doxes out, I managed to only get fabricators coming out. So I get too many fabricators out in the first place. I, however, get a scout over here and can see their base immediately. So I can see this. No, this. So I can see there's fabricators over here doing nothing. I'm trying to get this dox to go round and sort him out. I haven't really seen what they've got up to here. So they've gone quite heavy fabricators. They have no defense units up yet. They've got air coming out, but they're also going heavy power. Now at this point, I'm using too much metal, but I'm really using the metal. They're not using the metal at all and don't have enough power. So they're stalling because they haven't got enough power. This dox, however, I'm trying to get him to kill these guys, and he just keeps shooting this thing. So I wanted him to take them all out, but what it did do is completely disrupt their build ability, spreading out, which is really handy. Now, meanwhile, I've got these fabricators coming over here to build me all these metals, and this one over here. I've also queued up some laser turrets on both sides because I'm starting to get nervous and I need to protect down my metal. I need metal and need resources. Meanwhile, can I go a bit faster? Yeah, so we'll put this in faster. So they're getting tanks out as well. So they're getting scout tanks and I'm getting normal tanks. Well, those things at this point. Got fabricators coming in doing this. Fabricators, so I'm trying to keep my fabricators moving. There was periods in this game where I think before these guys moved they were just doing nothing. I think there's quite a lot of periods where they just sit there doing nothing, so that's bad on my part. I am trying to get these doxes to come over here, but they've obviously realised now that I'm there, so I'm going to try and get that. I notice this fabricator with my bomber and completely hit the commander and he misses and just doesn't get it at all. Meanwhile, I'm getting a few units out. This factory's doing nothing, as is the commander's doing nothing. So that's not good. Right, I've got them going now. I've got commander getting queued up. So you can see I'm queuing power and vehicles, power, vehicles, power, vehicles, power, and then loads of power towards the end because I'd hoped to have got into tier 2 by this point, and power is needed by then. So what are they up to? So they've got some unit scouts. They've got a fabricator doing nothing, fabricator on his own, a fabricator over here already. I think they used a Pelican air transport. They must have done to get him over there. And they've got this guy doing his thing over here. Now I should have, in hindsight, started raiding and getting around the back, because I think I knew where he was, and a lot of the time people on this map don't protect themselves particularly well around the back. This guy and myself included. Look, I've just got 2 fabricators. So if I had some doxers coming in now, they would have just been gone, and that would have broken my metal ability. As it is, I'm getting this guy getting some metal up here, getting some lasers up around these, which is helpful. These guys are just chilling. I've got air combat going on. Looks of things, they've got lots of factories and nothing coming out of them. Once again, they've got metal and not using it, which is interesting. They've got lots of factories not doing anything. These factories aren't doing anything. And I get the impression that he's a bit distracted, perhaps, with the units around the back. So I've got tanks now, which is good. Mind you, they've got tanks too. I can't remember if I get these fabricators or not. I think I'm trying to. Do I get them? No, I've just abandoned these guys. I've left them to rot. I'm concentrating on other areas. Trying to get this laser up as well with this fabricator. Got lots of tanks coming out now. And this fabricator is actually queued up. Oh, there you go. Queued up to do some vehicle factories afterwards. I think I queue up these guys, yeah, as well for vehicle factories. There you go. I've got storage queued up as well for those people that are saying storage, because you can see I need storage already at this point because I'm wasting metal and energy. Oh, there we go. So I've noticed that I'm wasting energy and metal, and I get this storage from this fabricator here. So what we got here? So we've got tanks coming in. They've got loads of doxes. You can see me clicking wildly with all these commands to try and stop their units getting them. What is that? What is that range? I don't know what that range is. Is that their radar? Oh, I think I must have told some units. I don't know. I don't know what this means. But yeah, so they've got quite a stronghold going on, and they've got a laser up there. And they put that in the right place as well, because I would have probably put it here just for some random reason, but you wouldn't really need that because you're protected by your base a bit. Mind you, if I come in... Oh, he's got one there as well, look, so yeah. I've got doxes here. However, they do have a laser there. Tanks coming out. And I've got... Oh, God, I don't... I've got units here. I've got all these guys lined up as well, which is handy. I think I've seen this now. And look at... Oh, that laser went up just in time. And this unit bunch is getting decimated. Look at that. It just disappeared. Oh, amazing. High ground with a laser like that. Perfect. Perfect placement, if I do say so myself. Actually, I've got to remember that on this map. Get some on these high points. So they're really spamming out the doxes with these unit cannons now. But doxes aren't... If you keep tanks back and don't run tanks into doxes, they can be decimated by tanks. Because they have a slightly longer range, I think. Yeah, so I'm going into Tech 2 at this point. I've realised I've got the budget to do so. I'm going into Tech 2. I've got as many fabricators as I could get hold of, although there is one to sit in there. This guy's making factories for me. Great. And they're securing metal down over here. Yeah, it's great to actually see their side as well. And this is why I always review games afterwards, to actually see where I went wrong. And I'm sure if you're if you're a new player, it's always worth doing it. But a lot of people that watch my videos, thank you for watching once again. But you know all this already. So I managed to get out their fabricator here before they put up anti-air, which is really handy. And yeah, and this gaggle of units is quite a lot. How many has he got there? 79 units. A lot of it's doxes though. Well, they got 64 doxes, which aren't the strongest. They've got quite a lot of air up now. They're going Tech 2. Have they scouted my base at all? No, they haven't scouted my base. Okay, Miku, if you're watching, get in touch, buddy. I'd like to hear what you were thinking about this game. Bearing in mind, I'm mid-50s on my score, and I seem to be around stuck there. Miku's 3 silver, so yeah. So I'm interested to know why they didn't scout. I'd be really interested there. I would have thought that they scout if they're that high up silver. They need to be scouting, really. But I'm starting to learn from my mistakes in the past. And I'm starting to watch, I watch this a YouTuber called Gambitier, or Gambitier, or something like that. Please, apologies for that way of saying your name. I like his videos. Go check him out. He does a lot of YouTube content for this game. Very quick matches. They're upper silver. He's upper silver too. But he puts so many radars down, and I'm starting to realise that that is actually a really good thing to do. This is something I never used to do, but it's really giving me vision. So I can see they've got fabricator there. I can see they've got units here. I'm getting a radar up here, so I'll be able to see all this area too. And I can see, like, just because I've got a radar pushed forwards, I can see all of this area, which is really helpful. Now I've got, they've got a lot of units coming in here, but I've got my Tech 2 here, and I thought I would be confident, but I just pushed them in. Like an idiot, I just ran them into his units. So now he's got Tech 2 in here. He hasn't got Tech 2 up yet. Oh, he has. There you go. So Tech 2's up. Still chucking out the Doxes. And yeah, I'm just trying to hold back because I noticed that they've got... he must have seen that I haven't got many units here because they've got anti-air. However, I do notice this, and I queue up Blue Hawks, which are anti-orbital as well. So yeah, that's often a good. I like Blue Hawks. They're good because they're sort of multi-purpose unit. I did send out a load of Doxes to just patrol the world, so hopefully they're knocking into things. He's got units up here. I've just got a gaggle of units to sit in there. So I'm getting snipers and Blue Hawks out now because I notice his units are just sitting there. So this is what I can see. And I'm trying to hold my units back as much as possible. Now I notice he pushed forward a little bit. I've gone in a bit closer with my tanks because I wanted to get his tanks. However, I don't know if you saw that. I've got snipers in my unit count and they don't. So every time a Blue Hawk comes in with his missile, it takes it out. But I've noticed I've got one sniper versus my 2 snipers, and I've got 1 Blue Hawk in there. So Blue Hawk missiles, yes, taking out the orbital. He realises that and moves his orbital radar away. I can see a bunch of units coming in here now, which is good. So I'm boosting out production of units as well as much as possible, and my eco is fairly stable. I'm also got Tech 2 coming up, which I often forget about. Tech 2 eco in the base at least to try and get that. I mean, I've got a fair amount of eco here. I'd like a bit more. On this side, I've probably missed this. I put 4 Dox factories, and I'm just getting out Doxes because I want to. So I can see their units here, and I've lined up tanks just to protect them. But yeah, I've just sent these Doxes worldwide. I wanted to just get these factories building things that will just annoy him. That's my aim. I'm just trying to annoy people. I want to be as annoying as possible. Oh, that laser's failing big time. But he gets majority of that disappears. Gaggle of tanks here. And I've got my Blue Hawks and Tech 2 just picking. I think I'm sending these guys to go and see what they've got. There's like a bit of radar. I've got bombers going in to try and take out some of the units as well. Oh, and he brings air in straight away. So what have they got? They've got factories, but these factories aren't doing anything. Let's have a look at army count. So they have more army, but majority of them are Doxes. So, yeah, that's not ideal. But you can see, like, I've got slammers which are taking out these Doxes. Like, they're just eating them. Look at that. so quickly. And his units. And I'm trying to keep them back. So this is the one thing that I've been really bad of recently. And this is one thing I wanted to sort of look over this again with. Was I was very good at holding my units back just out of range. Or just on the very cusp of range for their army, because I wanted to make sure I was doing alright there. Now, I've got tanks starting to raid. I want to get their metal down. That's my plan. So we've got metal going down. So I'm at over 100 more metal, which is going to work in my favour. So they're going to take 2 power up, which is interesting. I didn't do that, but then oh, that's me. That's me getting it up. Oh, they got Tech 2 tanks out as well, and I did not see this. I did not see Tech 2 tanks, although I have scouted it. I have seen it there, but I haven't seen it, properly seen it. So these units are just here. I'm just building up a bit of an army before doing anything with them. And yeah, let's see what else is going on. These units are moving. I'm trying to avoid all of these, and this is one thing that I would have failed at before. I'd have just sent my units across, but now I can see where their units are. I'm just going to avoid that area as much as possible. Although I am failing here in that I have some doxes just walking this way, and I think I must have placed a factory coming over here a long time ago, and they just keep walking and getting killed, so that's not good. Oh, so at this point, yeah, I notice he's got Tech 2 vehicles at this point. I think, cribbins, what am I going to do? So then I start building a Titan, a Stompy Titan, what was this called? I can't remember what this is called. Stompy Titan, Bot Titan. Because instead of building Tech 2 tanks, I figured I'm holding them back well enough. I can see that this is their army and it's mostly doctors. I could probably afford to do this. So I've got the energy and the metal, which is good. And I'm just trying to get all my fabricators that I've got local to it on that. Where is my commander? So commander is dorking by himself. He's just sitting there chilling out when I should have got him to help this, because it would have made it build a lot quicker. But I've got artillery up here as well, and it's just taking out his units. Come on, does it take out that? I do hope that I can take out this fabricator with that. I didn't see this happening. But meanwhile, I've pushed this big tank that avoided all of this. I pushed that into this section. I've just taken all of that out. I can see that they keep seeing all these. So, do they see them? So you can see this unit, and I think they're trying to protect things from them. I'm trying to avoid them. Whereas before I would have just pushed in. So they've got a few Tech 2 units, not many in there though. So they're firefighting at this point. I can feel them panicking. But I've got commander on it now. But I'm just lining up these guys because this is something I've been rubbish at, and I'm getting better. Hold them back. Don't run in. These units aren't doing anything now, which they could have been doing stuff. These units, I'm just trying to get to his metal spots with them, so I can see now these guys are chasing these because they saw them come around this way. But yeah, I'm trying to avoid them so I can just do as much damage to their eco as possible. So we've got all their anti-air and lasers and stuff coming out. Is my Titan done yet? So yeah, I've just got my snipers and Blue Hawks just pecking. It's just pecking. It's like a chicken pecking away. And they're trying to amass as many units as possible and push in. So I mean this Miko chapette must have been on their off game, because or I must have just been doing really well and a lot better than normal. I mean, this dock strategy isn't working, so I'm not quite sure why they proceeded with it. But I've got units just hassling now, so all these units just pecking away. He's got a fabricator there though, hasn't he? Yeah, so my units, I've noticed him here. He's got Tech 2 tanks. Look how powerful they are. Just eat a tank every shot. Bam, bam, tank, tank, tank. But I do healthy damage. He's left with only his Tech 2 units, so that's good. Have they got... Yeah, so they're all sort of half health as well. This... I remember this actually. Let me just rewind. I can see him on radar, so I send on my air through. But I held back and then realised he doesn't have any anti-air in there. Look at that damage from the bombers. So I don't know why they didn't attack again. Not attacking again. They need to attack again. So his sniper. I didn't know snipers take out planes as well, which is interesting. And then he brings in air. So that's a bit done. Right, my my Titan is done. I'm sending him in. But he gets totally jammed on this thing. I don't know why he thought he could fit up there. Well, he can, but he just gets totally jammed. So I bring my army back because I don't want to lose all my army first. Actually, let's just see it from their perspective. So he's just seeing this load of units here, and the odd one. So there's a docks, a slammer. Oh, so the first thing he sees of the Titan is it stomping. He must be thinking, oh, brown trousers. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Look, it just absolutely annihilated the army. So they've got fabricators stuck doing nothing here. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. That looks like they've glitched out. And this stompy guy's getting a bit angry. I did, however, leave my army behind, which was a fail. I just got obsessed with the Titan. Send the Titan in first. Bring up the support units. That's the way we roll. But at this point, I think he's saying good game on the chat. Good game because, yeah, he knows it's over. Look how powerful they are. I do love a Titan. Yeah, so that was brilliant. I mean, please do let me know if you think what you think of this game, this recording video format. Be interested to know your thoughts about how I this voiceover. Obviously, I would normally do them whilst I'm playing live, but this game I had so much fun, and it's always fun when you win, but this one particularly fun. There's a lot of to and froing and lots of like pecking away, which I do enjoy. Feeling in control like that, but this is great. Yeah, so please like and subscribe and all that jazz, and I'll see you all later. Bye.